finally stop being lazy and make a 390 Crota's End solo guide. This is just going to be a guide to solo the raid from start to finish. It's not going to be a speedrun guide. Maybe I'll do a speedrun guide sometime later. This isn't going to use PDR or the emote breach. It's not going to use any weird emote tricks. So, as a matter of fact, I'll put on this emote for the entire raid. Drizzy. I'm not going to use any weird tricks like sword flying over the abyss. We're going to do every single encounter kind of legitimate. The easiest way possible. I am on a Warlock because the easiest way to cheat to get past bridge encounter solo is by using Warlock self-res. So if you want to do this on a Hunter or a Titan, you might need to get some emotes. But I'll talk about that in my speedrun guide, all the emote cheese that I know. So you step on that plate, and then you build a bridge, and then you jump in this hole. This part's pretty much pretty self-explanatory. So once we get down here, then we start dealing with enemies. Alright. So during this, I'm just using, I guess for this part I could probably put on like a sniper. It doesn't really matter what weapons you use for this first part. I like to have a primary with explosive rounds because it's really good for dealing with thrall. I'm probably going to have self-res on, and I'm going to have solar grenades on for this entire raid. Solar grenades are really good. Self-res. I run Touch of Flame and Viking Funeral, and I'm going to have Sunbreakers on for this entire raid too. So once you start, you're going to run to this first lamp, and you're going to start getting Weight of Darkness, which just makes it hard to jump and run. Weight of Darkness goes all the way up to 10. Whoa. That's a bad start, dude. There's Curse Thrall. There's a lot of Curse Thrall at this first lamp. I didn't have to self-res right there. I honestly could have just took the wipe and restarted, but that first lamp, there's pretty much 3 really annoying lamps. Maybe 4. The first 2 are really annoying because there's a lot of Curse Thrall. But once you get past those first 2 lamps, all the Curse Thrall kind of just get behind you. And then later on in the run, there's 2 lamps that have knights. Hollow knights with swords, but we're actually going to skip one of them because there's a big shortcut that we take. So just kind of follow this path that I'm taking. In the beginning of the abyss, you can kind of see, once you get to a lamp, you can kind of see where the next lamp is. They're usually not too far away. Once you get later into the abyss, the lamps kind of get more spread out. So with this lamp, where you go up that hill, the lamp that I'm at right now, instead of going down there to that next lamp, you're going to take a left, and you're going to run along this little ledge. This is a shortcut. This isn't really like a speedrun strat. I just kind of go around this rock, and then go to this lamp. That cuts out a lot of lamps. You don't go to that lamp right there, where we just came from. You go to this lamp, to over here. It's not really like a speedrun strat. It just kind of makes this part easier if you know about it, because it cuts the amount of time it takes and the amount of lamps you have to go to down pretty big. Alright, let me go to this lamp. The lamp after this lamp is going to be one of the ones with the knight, I believe. Whoa. There he is. I like to use a shotgun on him. If you have a shotgun, you can also snipe him if you got those nasty quick scopes, but not about that. The shotgun that I'm using, this hand cannon that I'm using is literally, it has the exact same stats and perks as Fatebreaker. The shotgun that I'm using is basically Found Verdict. If you just want to like do Vault of Glass or something and get those 2 weapons. It doesn't really matter what weapon you use for this raid. The only thing that matters is the exotic weapons, because they're really important. Like Sleeper Simulant is really nice later on in this raid. That's about the only exotic that you need. You really want a sword for Deathsinger swords to make it really easy, but you're going to touch this plate at this part. It's going to start building the bridge, and then the easiest way to do this is to jump on this rock right here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I also took a shortcut. I took a shortcut that went from that lamp right there, and I went through there to this lamp. I just followed the path that I took on that part. Abyss is kind of sketchy. I'm up on Icebreaker because I don't have anything with ammo. I could probably use this. So the only thing you got to worry about on this part is is this one ogre right here. If I were standing on the floor, there would be more ogres, and there'd be wizards and knights and stuff, but there's just gonna be one ogre. This guy is behaving erratically. This guy doesn't usually act this weird. I was gonna say, the more times you run through the abyss, the more like you'll start to get a feel for the layout. And there's also a chest down there. So once this bridge forms and this part ends, Weight of Darkness is gonna get removed, and I'm gonna be able to run and jump right here. So if I wanted to, I could go down there and I could look for the chest, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm not worried about the chest. Run along this bridge and run through this little hallway. I should have bad juju. If you have bad juju for this next part, it makes it a lot easier because you need to get your super. This next part is where I would normally cheese with an emote, but I'm gonna use a different strat. The strategy is why we're gonna want to be on Warlock, because it's gonna require a little bit of self-res, and magic. So, recommend a shotgun to kill the sword bearer with. I'm gonna go back to my hand cannon. I'm gonna put on a sword because it has this perk, Thrive by the Sword. Kills with the sword grant super energy. Look for anything that you can find that has like shot on increased super energy from killing minions of the darkness. Anything that you can get you super energy faster is what you want for this part. Max intellect, all that good stuff. So what you're gonna want to do is kill this guy. Ugh. There we go. Kill that guy. And then you come over here to this rock. This big little podium right here. And then you want to look right there toward that kind of symbol over there on that. Just look like right where I'm looking. And then you run and jump. And then right about now you start swinging. And then right when you're over the bridge, you turn a little bit, and then you should make that jump. What can help for this part is if you put on a little bit of agility, because having high agility makes you jump higher. And I'll explain. Every single time I jump that bridge, I just run through the inputs and explain how I'm doing it. The bridge jump can take a lot of getting used to. Take a lot of practice. But right now, I'm gonna try to get my super back. So this is why I don't do the self-res strategy whenever I'm doing speedruns, because having to get your super back can take a minute if you don't have bad juju, which I unfortunately do not. I might transfer over a bad juju because I'm not really feeling getting my super like this every time. Where the thrall at? There we go. Alright, so all you have to do is get your super to about where mine is, because killing the sword bearer gives you a lot of super energy. Bang, 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 bang. Alright, go up here. Look at that little symbol on that kind of big rock on the left side. Then you run, and then jump. Then you start mashing RB. That's the easiest way to sword swing. And right whenever you're over the bridge, you turn. You can either mash RB to sword fly like that to swing the sword, or you can time your RB presses. But that's really hard if you don't. If you're just learning how to bridge jump for the first time, so I recommend just mashing the RB button to swing the sword. Fly. All right, come here. Ugh, these thrall, man. Alright, my sword has that energy, or has that super energy perk, so we're just gonna pop this. Self some sword ammo. I'd recommend having a couple synths, because heavy heavy ammo and special ammo, they're not that important until you get to like Crota. Maybe Deathsinger you'd want to pop one, but having 3 or 4 heavy synths is going to be nice because you're going to need some sleeper Crota. You don't need sleeper. But it's nice to have. It's always nice. Even if you're not trying to solo Crota, you should always have heavy synths. Heavy synths are very nice. The sword bearer, there he is. Kill this guy again once you get your super. Probably could have killed him sooner, but whatever. Alright, so I hop on this rock, look right there, run, double press A, and then I start spamming RB, and then right whenever I get over the bridge, I turn toward the platform that I want to land on. Ow. One thing I would like to mention as well is whenever you get over there and you're, whenever you get over there, the first time you jump, you probably won't kill a Gatekeeper because they spawn really far away. You kind of just want to aggro the Gatekeeper. The way you aggro the Gatekeepers, the blue guys when you're over there, is you just kind of mash the A button and double jump. That'll like make them notice you and they'll come over. But the first time, a Gatekeeper probably won't get close enough to where you can kill him. So, if I get to wait till the second sword for there to be one close enough to the bridge, like that guy right there, whenever I get over, I can kill him because he's kind of standing close. But if he were to spawn on the far side, I probably wouldn't be able to kill him. And I need to pick it up and get my super faster. Alright, there we go. Now we're getting some super energy quick. This is from Darnator. Yo, we'll read that right now. Actually, let me grab the sword and do the sword thing first. Alright, look right here, run and jump. Also, one thing that I kind of glossed over. The reason you're standing on the edge of this bridge, you don't want to go past that line. You don't want to go past these two like little pillars. Because, hey, yo, you wanna come over here. Because if you go too far, then it'll self-res you. Whenever you die in self-res, it'll spawn you on the other side of on this side of the bridge. So you want to die. You want to stand on the edge so you die to Bane of the Swordless, and then whenever you self-res, it'll put you back here. Get some knights. I'm gonna get some super energy from these knights. Use bad juju, it gives super so much faster. Dude, I did think about transferring to bad juju, but I'm almost done with all my jumps now. I don't wanna. If you plan on doing this multiple times rather than just for the solo completion, I would definitely recommend using bad juju. It saves a lot of time. Alright, where's the guy at? I need him. Here we go. Alright, look right here. Whoops. Run, jump. Alright, so this is my 5th jump. If you're counting your jumps, once you get to your 5th jump, you don't actually have to stand on the edge of the bridge as long as you're confident that you can kill 2 Gatekeepers. So now, once you kill 5 Gatekeepers, the swords will spawn, and the bridge will form, and this encounter is like in the 2nd phase. If you jump over and you're not confident that you can kill 2 Gatekeepers by running across, you don't want to walk to the plate, because if you walk to the plate, it won't. So you won't be able to self-res back if your sword runs out because your sword's on a timer. So what I like to do is kind of just stand on this pillar. If I'm trying to play safe, you can kind of just stand on this pillar and then buy some knights. Another way you can do it that's really safe is I might have already blown this, but you can come over here. This is probably the safest way to do this part. It's been a while since I've done this, but if you come over here, I think the knights are already aggroed in the middle. There they come. This part can be kind of tedious if you're trying to play it safe. Alright, so these knights are gonna come up here. They shouldn't come all the way up here. They should rubber band back, yeah. So knights do spawn back here, so make sure you're watching your minimap. Alright. So now here they come. But they'll never chase me up here. They don't come up these stairs. They don't like coming up these stairs. So just kinda shoot these knights. If they start to run away from you, just run down here and then jump back up. Pull them through. It's been a long time since I've done it like this. This is crazy. So you come down here, pull them up, and then you can throw some solar grenades too. It's gonna make this speed this up a little bit. Alright, they spawned behind me. Gotta watch out. They honestly, if I just stand here, they'll probably just run past me. Yeah, nice. Alright, nice little solar grenade for those guys. The reason that I said I'm running Touch of Flame and Viking Funeral is because it makes my solar grenades, it makes it so whenever my solar grenades hit an enemy, the enemy like gets a debuff and I start getting yellow damage numbers. I start doing more damage with all my weapons rather than just the nade. Which actually works on Crota, but I'm not gonna worry about Crota yet. Oh, I ran out of primary, bro. That's so unfortunate. There's a knight. Kill this guy with the sword. Hey, I do have a self-res. You could make sure that you always have a self-res just in case, just to be safe. But something that I want to mention with the self-res is that if you have a sword and you were to get destroyed by these knights, wait until you're res. Wait until the countdown gets to like 2 seconds, because if you res too early, you can get spawn killed by him. I don't know why that fixes that, but if you instantly res after when you're in like a pile of knights, you can totally get spawn killed by them. So once the blue guys come out, I guess I should mention why I even grabbed a sword in the first place. Once these blue guys come out, there's gonna be 5 more gatekeepers. You have to kill them. The only way you can kill them is with a sword. So you can do the same. I think you do the same strategy where you just kind of pull them. But the gatekeepers, I like to wait for my sword sweeper to charge before I try to attack them. See if I can isolate one of them. You can kind of lunge at him if you have a sword sweeper. The sword sweeper really staggers them hard. If I want, I can just kind of retreat until my sword sweeper charges again. That'd be a lot safer. This guy's on his own. I bet I could almost get him. There we go. Now they're kind of grouped together, so like the sword sweeper. There we go. You can play that a lot slower and a lot safer than I even did, if you want to be really safe, but Hunger of Crota, that's a really good rocket launcher. It's a really good purple rocket launcher, if you don't have one. The mini Galahorn. Alright, so for this next part, you can run any rocket launcher, but I would recommend running Galahorn because it's going to one-shot these Shriekers. If you run any other rocket launcher, you might have to shoot a rocket at the Shrieker, and then might shoot a rocket at the Shrieker and then shoot it with primary a little bit, or maybe throw a nade at it. You could throw a grenade at it too, a solar grenade if you have two, if you're running these gloves. So we got a synth going on. I'm gonna open up Twitch chat too because I need to. I am making a YouTube video right now. So, shoot a shot at this Shrieker. That should kill him. And then, honestly, you could play this part safe, but I kind of just like to run through this hallway. Because, oh dude. I'm gonna die. Dude, rip. Alright. Play that part safe because it's sketchy. Thank you for the follow, Ubis. If you want to, I forgot that I didn't have my self-res actually. So what you can do is you can come up here and pull these thrall, and then you can just farm these thrall until you get a self-res if you want. There's infinitely respawning thrall in this hallway. Alright, so now I have a self-res. Try to get 2 shots on my rocket launcher, so we're gonna go through here, shoot this guy. And then shoot this guy, and once you shoot the second Shrieker, and he blows up, make sure he blows up. Let's run through this hallway. If you're fast enough, you can get the chest. There's a way to get the chest without making it in the door, but that requires the emo breach, and I don't want to use that. Open up, please. You. Alright. So if you don't have Gjallarhorn for that part, the Shriekers might not go down in one shot. I would recommend if you have like another rocket launcher, I would definitely make sure your rocket launcher has at least 2 rockets like per reload, because otherwise having to reload in the middle of that hallway might not be good. But if you don't have Gjallarhorn, try to just shoot a rocket at a Shrieker and then throw a grenade at it. Or maybe throw a grenade first so you get that Viking funeral proc. But throwaway, you'll get through throwaway. It's just kind of a chaotic encounter. It's a lot of thrall. So for this part, I would strongly recommend a Raise Lighter. It's gonna make this part a lot easier. To put on Warrior of Light, you don't have to run Thrive. I'd recommend running Scabbard so you get more ammo. You don't really need your super for this part. So Warrior of Light, I would recommend running a shotgun with Final Round Full Auto. Found Verdict is a perfect shotgun to run for this part. I'm running a Matador, it's the same as Found Verdict, it has the same perks. And then any primary, same subclass, same everything. The way that I like to run through this part is I jump on this rock right here, and then I jump up here, and then I deal with this right side first. So an RT attack and then an RB should kill these knights if you're running Warrior of Light, if you're running the upgrade. This wizard, you can shotgun her, or you can kind of just hit her with a Raise Lighter like that. Hold the shotgun, finish it off. The Shrieker should go down in like 2 or 3 shotgun shells. Sometimes it takes 4, but I'm gonna run out of sword ammo, but you don't really need the sword that much. It just saves a lot of time. So RT, and I would RB him, but I don't have any ammo. Shotgun this guy. You use your primary on the Acolytes and throw all this one on this encounter. I would just recommend having a shotgun or a sword for the Knights and the Wizards, because they have a lot of health. Alright, I have a self-res, so I'm not really too worried about dying. Once you kill that Wizard, you kill this Shrieker, and then what I like to do, instead of... The door to death your Ute's gonna open. Oh dude, I was trying to show the door, but what I like to do after I kill that Shrieker is I actually just come around here. Because that Death Blast is gonna follow you out. And I just like to come around here and enter into your Ute's chamber from the other side, because that gets you avoid Shrieker Death Blast. So now the safest way to do this part is to pull these knights, kill these knights first. You don't gotta worry about the liturgy. You should be alright. I am going kind of slow though. Oh dude, these thrall are extremely annoying. kill these knights first. I might actually not have enough time. And then kind of just shotgun her. You can also use Raise Lighter on her, it does more damage, but... Alright. I was talking a lot, and I was explaining a lot during that encounter. This time, whenever I run through it, I'm just gonna run through it, and I'm just gonna show what a successful ear ute looks like. Also, it's really helpful if you can pop a synth before ear ute, because so you don't run out of sword ammo. Running out of sword ammo is kind of not the play. Alright, RB, RT. Oh, I accidentally RB the knight. Whoops. These RB swings, light swings on those acolytes. Break these primary on them. Acolytes are kind of not the main focus. Here's a Shrieker. And I guess I might as well mention, as I jump across here, I usually have to throw a nade at these guys over here on the bridge. The Sword Knight's always going to be like over here in this left side, and the Acolytes and the Knight are always going to be over here for some reason. Just the way they're programmed, I guess. I don't know. So you can throw a nade at all the shooters, and you can take on the sword guy with your sword. Here we go. Alright, so now, in order to not die from the Shrieker Death Blast, I'm going to come around this way. Okay, hello. So the safest way to do this part, I didn't really get to it last time, but throw a nade at these Thrall. I didn't have a nade last time, so these Thrall are kind of just wrecking me. Take out these Knights with your sword. Oh my god, I just missed both those RT swings. It's kind of unfortunate. Kill these Knights first. Watch out for Ear Ute, she does a lot of damage. And then once these Knights are dead, and nothing really attacks you in here, what you can do, once you kill the Knights, is just wait for her to start the song, because once she starts the song, she can't shoot at you. And then melee her with your melee, because you have Touch of Flame, and it makes her take increased damage. Then you can just shotgun her. You can also, alternatively, you can hit her with a sword, like this. You can hit her with the, stand back a little bit, and then do an RB, RT combo. And that'll really do a lot of damage to her. But if you don't have sword ammo, just use a shotgun. These boots are literally so bad. This is literally the worst pair of boots I've ever seen in my life. That's insane. Alright, here we go. Alright, Crota. For Crota, I would recommend running Sleeper Simulator. There are, in the first two Crota rounds, there's two ways you can destroy the Oversoul, and I will go ahead and run through what both of those are. First thing you want to do is kill these ads in here. Don't step too close to this door, because these Sword Knights will come into the room. They will come into the room and slice you. Be really careful on this part. Acolytes. Kill the Acolytes on both. I would kill the Acolytes on both sides first before you worry about the Knights, because you don't want to be chipping away at those Knights, because they have a lot of health while you're getting shot at from the other side's Acolytes. So Knights, you can kill them with the primary and be safe. I like to get a little bit close and shotgun them from kind of a distance. If you have a shotgun with full auto and final round, they pretty much stagger every single time you shotgun them, so you can just kind of stagger that guy. I would recommend staying back. I mean, you could put a sniper onto this part, but that would really be a stretch. First time you do Crota, the first time you try to solo Crota, it might take a while, because there's a lot of factors on Crota that seem kind of random whenever you're playing it. It was really hard. The first time I soloed this encounter on a Warlock, it was something. So, make sure you have your super as well. If you don't have your super, whenever you leave this first room, because you had to self-res or something, I guess you could just sit here and wait for it, but you're going to want to have your super before you exit this door. Once you run out this door, the encounter and all the timers start, so I'm going to come out this way. And this guy's going to spawn. Sword Bearer spawns at this door. I like to stand on this rock, throw a grenade at him, and then shotgun him. And now, you can reload your shotgun now. The timer for the sword despawning doesn't start until you pick it up. So leave that here. Whoops. Pop your super. You want to make sure you're standing on this rock and you don't fall off. You can throw 3 grenades or 4. I think 3 is probably safer. And then pick up the sword. His health bar gets kind of low. You can throw another nade at him. And then you do RT, R... Wow, did not say that combo right. RT, RB, RT, RT is really safe damage. The first way you can take out the Oversoul is just by shotgunning it like this with final round. You need if you're gonna shotgun the Oversoul, you need to have a rocket launcher, you need to have a shotgun with the 2 perks, final round and full auto. If your shotgun doesn't have these 2 perks, you probably don't want to shotgun the Oversoul. If you're soloing Crota for the first time, you probably don't want to shotgun the Oversoul anyway because it's a lot more risky and it's a little bit harder. You have to know how to final round spam on a shotgun. So the next time I do some Crota damage, I will next time I do some Crota damage, I will explain the other way that I like to take care of the Oversoul. It's a lot easier, but it requires sleeper simulant, so a double-edged sword. Sleeper. Yeah, if you're going for a 390 raid solo, you should probably grab sleeper. It's pretty important. Pretty important exotic. Shotgun in the Oversoul takes a lot of shotgun ammo. So right now, I'm just sitting in this room, by the way. If you stand in the back of this room, nothing will come back here and attack you, none of the Thrall or anything. Thrall do spawn in these doors, but they kind of just, whenever they spawn back here, they kind of just run straight out. Oh yeah, I should be getting my super back too. I should be killing Thrall and getting my super during this. I was kind of doing nothing for that entire time. But yeah, I'm gonna get my super once I kill this guy, so we're just gonna take him out. Grab the special box. So grab the sword, and stand right here, kind of crouch. He likes to shoot at you sometimes. 1, 2, 3. Alright, throw another nade. The reason that I like to throw a grenade at him as I'm jumping up is because... There we go. If you hit him with a grenade right before you start doing damage, you could get a Viking funeral to proc. So whenever you sleeper the... Okay, so the other way to take out the Oversoul is... You stand on this... You crouch on this short rock, and then you shoot it right there on that little corner. That will reflect the sleeper shot off the Oversoul a bunch of times and allow you to take it out in 2 shots. If you don't take it out in 2 shots and you don't get all the reflections, you can take it out in 3 shots as well. And now you want to stand in this room and don't worry too much about getting your super right now because it's not that important. What's more important is killing these 2 ogres. There's going to be 2 hollowed ogres that spawn. One of them's going to spawn in this room, in this door right here. There's 2 doors. He's going to come out of the left one. As soon as he spawns, throw a nade at him, so he starts taking yellow damage numbers. That's what I was saying about Crota. I throw a grenade at Crota right before I start doing damage, right after I pick up the sword, because if the grenade hits him and I'm lucky, I'll start getting yellow damage numbers from Viking Funeral. Alright, like throw nades at him. If you're gonna shotgun the ogre like I did, be kind of careful, because if he slams you, he does a lot of damage. You don't want to lose your self-res on this part, because you're going to need it. So once you kill the ogres, if you kill the ogres fast enough, Sword Bearer should spawn in time. I use my sleeper on that far ogre. You don't need that much sleeper ammo to do this, so... Wow. So if you kill this ogre slow, apparently like I did, the Sword Bearer can take a while to spawn. I didn't think I took that long, but apparently I did. Target this guy again. You do have a lot of time to kill the Sword Bearer and pick up the sword. You just don't want Crota to rotate. Alright, grab this. Do my combo again. RB. RT, RB, RT, RT. So there's another spot you can shoot it with sleeper. If you go up here, you stand against this wall, and you look right here, right next to this rock. can also get a double reflection like that. So I just get next to this wall, and then I shoot it on kind of right here on this side of this little like weird flat looking rock. I don't know why this rock is looking like that, but it's weird. So the reason that I've done so much Crota damage is because whenever I pick up the sword and I jump up there, and I throw an extra grenade, and it gets my Viking Funeral or my Touch of Flame to proc on Crota, and it's making my sword do yellow damage numbers. So if you don't throw that grenade, if you miss that grenade as you're jumping up there, or if you get unlucky, your sword won't do as much damage. So right now, if I were to down him and I were to do that same combo, RT, RB, RT, RT, it would kill him. But you can also do, if it doesn't kill him, on the 4th sword, you can also do a double down. And I will show off how that works as well. Double downs are scary. Make sure your sleeper's loaded for this one. So jump up here, get on the rock, throw the sword. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna let both my grenades charge too before I grab the sword. Alright. Jump up here, throw the thing. RB, or RT, RB, RT, RT. It actually did kill him, okay. So if you don't kill Crota with that, what you want to do is just throw a grenade at him, and then shoot him with sleeper. And then jump up here, and then sword him again. That was a lot sketchier than I thought it was gonna be. Maybe the double down, I don't know. If you're gonna do a double down, you gotta be fast. Apparently my RT, RB, RT combo didn't work. I don't know if I didn't get Viking Funeral proc. I don't know why that felt so sketchy, but if you want to be risky and you want to make sure that he you want to kill him in 4 downs, you can instead of doing RT, RB, RT, RT, you can just do 4 RT slams, but that's a little bit harder. You have to get in a little bit sooner if you're gonna do that. The reason that I'm not like going for max damage every single time is because in 3 swords you can enrage him in 3 swords if you do the 4 slam combo every time to get Viking Funeral to proc. You don't want to enrage him in 3 swords. If you after your 3rd sword, if it says enraged, whenever you're leaving, you just gotta do it pretty much he'll just wipe you with an oversoul, with infinite oversouls. He'll keep spawning them forever. So after he enrages, if you do a down and you enrage him and you are gonna go for the oversoul, if you're like ready to go shoot the oversoul, you just completely ignore the oversoul and go for the double down, pull out sleeper, turn around, throw a grenade at him, and then sleeper him. Crota's really tricky. If you're soloing it for the first time, it could be hard. There's a lot of times whenever I was learning this where I would accidentally enrage him, or I would like just not do enough damage on the 4th sword and just come barely close to killing him, but not quite. If you're going for that double down, sometimes if you're not fast enough, if you don't down him the 2nd time fast enough, you can actually shoot a 2nd sleeper shot at him if you want, but that might cause him to go down really early, like even earlier than you want him to, and then you might not be able to grab the sword and jump up there and do damage in time. You won't be able to do enough damage. Sometimes the boomer knights are really annoying. There's 2 hive knights with boomers in this one, and there's 2 knights in this little like what do you call it, little area up there, and they can be shooting at you the entire time. They can do a lot of damage to you. They can kill you sometimes. They didn't kill me that time. They didn't really even shoot at me. I didn't really notice them that time. That was kind of weird, but I don't know. Whenever I jump up, kind of, I don't know if maybe staying on the right side makes them ignore you, but I don't know. You're definitely, if you're soloing Crota for the first time, you're definitely gonna die a lot of times on Crota, unless you're a legend, unless you're a professional. Dude, what's up, Danny R? That's about it, man. GG Crota. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Feel free to leave them in the comments and or Twitch chat if you're watching this live. And dude, I'm gonna go. I have a level 30 Crota checkpoint, so I'm gonna do it real quick. Sounds like fun. I think it's actually a bridge checkpoint. I don't know if I want to be on bridge right now.